I still remember the exact moment the doctor called me into the private room. "Your daughter has leukemia. We need to start chemotherapy immediately." My heart stopped. Bibi was only 7 years old, still smiling and playing with her doll in the next room. I didn't dare cry in front of her. The treatment began the following week. Every morning at 6 a.m., I took her to the hospital. She had to lie still while the strong chemotherapy drugs flowed into her body through a central line in her chest. Those white drops saved her life, but burned her from the inside. In the first session, she cried the whole time, gripping my hand tightly and, "Mommy, it burns. Please make it stop." I could only sit beside her bed, wiping her sweat and tears, singing her favorite songs while she vomited again and again. She couldn't eat anything for days, only sipping a little water. After 2 weeks, her beautiful long hair started falling out. At first it was strands on the pillow, then whole clumps when she washed her hair. She looked in the mirror and screamed, "Mommy, my hair is falling! I'm becoming ugly!" I had to take her to shave her head completely. She cried hysterically in my arms as the razor ran over her scalp. "Mommy is bad. I hate you," she sobbed. My heart shattered, but I had to stay strong. The treatment lasted many long months. There were cycles of strong chemo that gave her fevers up to 40 degrees, mouth ulcers so painful she couldn't eat or drink, and nights where she had to stay in isolation because her white blood cells dropped dangerously low. I wore protective gear and sat outside the glass window, watching my little girl sleep, feeling completely helpless. I quit my job and stayed at the hospital every single day. I learned how to change her bandages, how to care for her when she was too weak to even sit up. One night, she looked at me with tired eyes and asked, "Mommy, am I going to die?" I held her tightly, tears falling onto her bald head, and whispered, "No, my love. Mommy will be here until you get better. We're going to fight this together." The hardest days were when she needed blood and platelet transfusions. She looked so tiny, lying there, surrounded by tubes and machines, but she still tried to smile every time I told her stories about home. Then, one afternoon, the door to her room opened. "Bibi, dear, someone's here to see you." Blossom and Oliver, her best friends, walked in with their heads also shaved bald. They brought her a beautiful wig and said, "We did this for you, Bibi, so we can all be the same." When she looked in the mirror with the wig on, her eyes lit up for the first time in months. "Mommy, I look like a princess again." I smiled through my tears and hugged her tightly. The treatment is still long, but today she smiled. Today she has hope. No matter how much pain she has to endure, no matter how many sacrifices I have to make, I will stay by her side until the end. Bibi isn't just my daughter. She is the strongest little warrior I've ever known, and I am so proud of her every single day.